Bob Arum is concerned that Manny Pacquiao may be risking brain damage against Keith Thurman. Blessed love and blessed day, boxing world, boxing nation, fighting world, fighting nation. It's Coach Fire and this is real life boxing. Bob Arum thinks Manny Pacquiao is risking brain damage against Keith Thurman. Before we get into it, I'm gonna ask you guys to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified when new content is being uploaded, and you can be notified when we are going live. Now, Bob Arum says, goddamn, he don't want Manny to get brain damage. Let's talk about it. Bob Arum did a recent interview with Fight Hype. Shout out to Fight Hype. I will put the link of that video in the description of this video. I don't want the music to be too loud. In this video interview with Top Ranks, Bob Arum, the Hall of Famer promoter, shares some of his thoughts and fears about Manny Pacquiao's upcoming fight against Keith Thurman next month, being concerned for Manny Pacquiao's health. Arum on if he thinks Pacquiao is still good enough to beat a fighter like Keith Thurman. And this is what Bob Arum had to say. Look, I love Manny Pacquiao. I have a whole history with Manny Pacquiao. So when you ask me a question like that, I'm really rooting for Manny Pacquiao. But you've got to realize that he's 41 years of age. And when a fighter has been around so long, passes his late 30s and goes into his 40s, he's not going to be as good as he was in his prime. So I wish him the best and I hope he wins the fight. But I'm concerned, as I would be for any fighter, that when they get to a certain age, that they probably should not be fighting anymore. You know, I mean, the doctors would tell you that cranium, as you get older, thins out. So a guy that's younger gets hit in the cranium, absorbs the blow, so that it doesn't affect the brain matter. When they get older, the cranium is thinner. And when you get hit, it affects. That would be the worst thing in the world if Manny Pacquiao suffered brain damage at this point. He goes on to speak about Zab Judah. Zab Judah, you know, he had bad habits, but he was a terrific fighter. His fight with Mayweather was a really good fight, and Zab Judah is a perfect example of how dangerous it is for a guy to continue fighting into his 40s. Go past Zab Judah and look at Adonis Stevenson, 42 years old. You know, he performed pretty good in the fight, and in the last round took a beating from Vostok, and the referee did a good job, you know. He went through 11 rounds. I think he was winning the fight, or it was an even fight, and then Vostok got to him and knocked him out before the referee could stop the fight. And the poor guy has spent, what, 6-7 months in the hospital, and even though, thank God, he's recovered a little bit, he'll never be the same again. You got to really pay attention to that, you know. And then they say, well, what about George Foreman? He came back and won the title in his mid-40s, but maybe Foreman is the exception that proves the rule. On if he's ever told a fighter that he promote a fight for them even though he thought it would be best for them to walk away from the sport. Bob Arum replies, yeah, I've done that a number of times, and of course, they never listen. So Bob Arum shares his concern for his old fighter, Manny Pacquiao. Of course, if you didn't know, Manny Pacquiao was signed to Bob Arum for a long time. And he left Bob Arum like not under good terms. So, you know, nobody really knows, like, you know, what their relationship. Manny kind of sneaks, Manny be sneak dissing him sometimes. It's funny. But yeah, man, Bob Arum voices his concern about Manny Pacquiao's health in a fight against Keith Thurman. It's like, you know, my opinion is like, you know, you kind of got to agree with them now. Just like you said, we don't think about it. I don't think about that when I'm watching a fight or a fighter is going into a fight. Like the Zab Judah fight on Friday. You're not thinking that this fighter is going to experience brain damage during the fight. I was watching Adonis Stevenson versus Alexander Vostok, and you know, Like I said, you don't think that this stuff is gonna happen. You're not thinking, oh, I'm about to watch this boxing fight. I wonder, I hope Adonis Stevenson doesn't get brain damage in this fight. You know what I mean? You're not never thinking that. But it's a harsh reality of the sport of boxing, and I definitely would have to agree with Bob Arum in his concern. Now, do I personally think that Manny Pacquiao is gonna suffer brain damage in his fight versus Keith Thurman? No, I don't. I never think that about any fighter. You know what I mean? So I'm always try to stay on the positive side while trying to be realistic about what's going on in the moment. These guys are punching each other. They're punching each other pretty hard. They're trying to knock each other out. Some punches get to the back of the head, and a lot of times those are the punches that cause the bleeding on the brain. Or you just get hit in a soft spot, the temple, the top of the head. It's brutal, but like I said, we don't really watch boxing and think, oh, I hope this guy doesn't get brain damage. Just like you don't watch a football game and you're thinking, oh, I hope none of these guys break their neck. It's just not something that you think about, even though you know that it can happen. But I want you guys to tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Tell me what y'all think about Bob Arum's concern for Manny Pacquiao's health, and then tell me what y'all think just about the subject matter in general. Y'all know, on my channel, very invested into brain injuries and stuff like that in boxing, and we hate when it happens, and when it happens, I try to cover it as best as I can. So I want you guys to tell me what y'all think about this situation. Hit the like button, smash the subscribe button. It's Coach Fire. This is Real Life Boxing, man. Protect yourself at all times. Bob Arum's concerned. So if you like this video and you would like to see more great content like this on the channel, go to the PayPal link or the Cash App link in the description and show your appreciation by donating any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. This is Real Life Boxing.